you know, you know. Is that what the kids say? Cool. Let's talk about some business stuff.
We house sit and cat/bunny sit. Yeah.
Bunny sit. Very interesting. Whoa. So from being a pet sitter / house sitter, what has made you want to dip your toe into being a babysitter? Do you have to take a class to be a babysitter, or like do you have to learn stuff, or how do you?
I don't think you have to take a class, but I think it's like the average like recommended age is like 13.
Hello, my name is Kandra and I'm the Director of Business Development here at Scoop Soldiers. And one of the funnest part of my job is I get to co-host the Find Your Gold podcast, where we hope to inspire entrepreneurship, maybe, hopefully, in the terms of Scoop Soldiers franchising. And we get to spend a lot of time meeting different business owners across the country, wherever we end up being, and can always find a business owner to help out and share some words of advice. But today's a little bit different. Today we are back in kind of my hometown, Oswego, and we're at the Village Grind, probably our favorite coffee shop. And today I'm here with my nieces, in case you couldn't tell the resemblance. So I was very thankful that my brother and sister-in-law made children that I love, and they look like me. And they come from a family of lots of entrepreneurs, and I thought having a different take on it might be kind of fun. So why don't you just tell us who you are, AJ, and explain who this one is.
Hi, my name's AJ, and this is my twin sister, Brooke.
And how old are you guys?
We're both 12.
12. Who's the oldest baby? Who's baby A? And who's baby B? Is that how you got AJ and Brooke?
I don't know.
Baby A, baby B?
I don't think so.
No? Do you know?
Think so.
No? No? All right, we'll jump to the fun stuff. What coffee are you drinking?
Oh, I forgot the name already.
That's right.
A coconut mocha, I think.
Yours was a pumpkin something or other.
Pumpkin.
It was delicious. We'll just call it pumpkin deliciousness.
Yes.
Yes. And so if people come to the Village Grind, we'll have to tell Jody when we leave that if someone orders a pumpkin deliciousness, that it's what that is.
Yeah.
Maybe she'll make it like a regular item. What's your favorite food here at the Village Grind?
It's hard.
Some kind of baked good, right? The strawberry rhubarb, the mixed berry.
Pretty good. Strawberry. I don't really usually have food here.
The lemon poppy seed muffins.
That's
the little cups of marshmallows. Now I'm hungry. All right, so let's talk about our family and all of the businesses that we've owned. We prepped a little bit. So nobody would be nervous. Can you tell me your family members that own businesses? Do you want me to start you? I'll start with your dad.
My dad, my aunt, and my grandpa, my great uncle.
Yep, Uncle Bill's.
Both?
Yep.
2 of my great uncles, and
our most favorite human on the face of heaven right now.
Aunt Jo.
Aunt Jo. And so what did Aunt Jo, what was her business?
She cut hair.
For a very long time. And then do you remember the other business that she was a part of?
The Nago family farm.
Yep. So Aunt Jo was a farm girl here in corn and soybean country, and her family owns a farm, or they still own the farm, and she was a partnership in that. And Aunt Jo was also a beautician. She also taught at the hair school over here, if you know that, and all kinds of stuff. So what did your great uncle Danny do? What was his business?
He was kind of part of the Nago family farm, and then his main one, I guess, was
Curly's Trucking? Curly. It's not a trick question. It's Curly's Trucking.
Oh, I thought it was.
And then so that's Uncle Danny. Who worked with Uncle Danny? Who worked at Uncle Danny's business?
Grandpa? My grandpa and...
Nope, so Uncle Dan owned Curly's Trucking, and Grandpa Duda, so my dad's, all the kids call him Grandpa Duda, because when the children were very little, babies, he would hold them and sing, is it coming around the mountain when she, like, Duda, Duda. So we call him, they're the Dudas, Grandma and Grandpa Duda. So Uncle Danny owned Curly's Trucking, and Grandpa Duda worked for Uncle Danny. And then Uncle Billy and Uncle Tom worked together at a different trucking firm. So we come from a long line of truck drivers, which explains quite a bit, doesn't it? All right, so we got them. So way back when your dad was like 2 years old, Grandpa Duda owned a business with
Uncle Bill. The
Bryan Brothers Trucking.
Oh.
And we didn't talk about that. Do you know what kind of trucking they did? No. So they did over-the-road trucking. So your grandpa did the mechanics and the logistics and kind of stuff, and Uncle Bill and Uncle Dan drove long-term, like over-the-road trucking. And I don't really know what they delivered, but we'd have to ask them that. But yep. So we went from Grandpa Duda, Uncle Dan, and Uncle Bill drove over-the-road trucking. And then I don't really know how they got into the dump trucking, but they drove dump truck for a very long time. And then Uncle Dan bought the company that he worked for, Curly's. Did you know that my grandpa Brian, was also a dump truck driver?
I did not.
He was also a milkman. If you know, you know. Is that what the kids say?
No.
If you know. What do the kids say?
I don't know.
6'7", 6'7"? No?
Please
Okay,
don't.
all right. We're back on focus. So tell me about your pets. What kind of pets do you have?
We have one turtle. He's a red-eared slider, and his name's Speedy.
Is he Speedy?
Speedy, yes.
Is he Speedy?
Yes.
He's fast?
No.
That's why he got his name.
Oh, I didn't know.
He was. He's slow.
He was.
He's slow. We've had Speedy for a long time.
Oh, me and Brooke.
More than, so we're 12, and probably about 12, 13 years, I'd say.
Yeah, I feel like you've had him for. So So we don't really scoop poop for turtles, right? But who cleans the cage?
It's either me or my older brother.
You get out of that. AJ doesn't have to clean cages.
I
doesn't know
lost
how to
the
do it.
filter.
You don't. She doesn't know how to
does the
clean.
filter,
I do the filter.
You do the filter.
which takes off like the nasty water. It doesn't really take up like.
So how do you clean a turtle cage? Like, what do you do?
Well, like a special sponge. It's almost like a toilet brush cleaner, and then you just
Then you empty out
clean
some of the
sides.
Okay. Very interesting. Whoa.
Uh-huh.
That was weird. Okay. So Mommy and Lyndon are allergic to everything
Furry
Furry.
and feathers.
furries and feathers. So if Mommy and Lyndon were not allergic to furries and feathers, what would be the, and answer, you gotta answer separately, what would be, or unless it's the same answer, what would be the kind of dog that you would like to have?
Dog?
Or cat. What kind of dog or cat would you like to have? You get to pick a furry or a feather. What would you pick?
I think I would pick a cat
Okay.
first
Okay.
because everybody says that they're a little easier to take care of than dogs. So I would
Pick
pick
a
a
cat.
cat. It doesn't really matter what type of cat. I just want a cat.
What about you, AJ?
I would get a cat and then I'd get a dog because I love dogs and cats. But to start off, I'd probably start with a cat.
Okay. What kind of dog would you get?
Ooh,
Big, little, medium?
Rottweiler.
A Rottweiler.
Yeah.
Rottweilers
Same.
are my
They're so
dream
cute.
dogs.
A Rottie? You know about the Rottie lean?
No.
Rottweilers tend to, like when they're next to you, they call it Rottie lean. They lean up against you. They can't help it. They just do it that
They're
way.
so cute.
They're
But
so
I-
cute.
Who do you know that has a Rottweiler?
No one.
Oh, okay.
I just want a Rottweiler.
No, I figured. I mean, so we come from a very long line of German Shepherds and Rhodesian Ridgebacks, and Uncle Danny had Shepherd. All kinds of, actually,
A lot of small dogs in the family.
yeah. But a lot of Shepherds, like Aunt Kim and Uncle Bill, they had a Shepherd. Annie.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so we can remember. So the Rottweiler threw me. I didn't know where you were going with that. Like, I didn't really know. All right, so let's talk about some business stuff.
Okay.
So I also know, because I'm your aunt, that you guys have a little baby business that you're doing and that you might be expanding. Tell me a little bit about your pet sitting and your house sitting adventures.
Babysitting.
You babysitting now?
Well, we're working on it. We're working on it.
So what steps have you completed, and what steps do you think you need to get completed, and how can I help?
We've house sit
Okay.
and cat/bunny sit.
Yeah.
Bunny sit. Who had a bunny?
They had an outdoor
Our
bunny.
Neighbors. It's an outdoor bunny, so all you gotta do is just move it from one cage to another.
Okay, that's pretty fun. So from being a pet sitter / house sitter, what has made you want to dip your toe into being a babysitter?
I don't know. It's fun,
Okay.
but not hard. All you gotta do is like water plants. If
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you meant babysitting wasn't hard. I thought you were going to say you just had to water the baby.
No.
And I'm like, no.
Like
no.
plants, take care of the house.
Okay.
Babysitting, my mom would help.
Well, that's not really. Oh.
Hopefully.
Mommy,
What?
are you going to help?
Yep.
Mommy's going to help. So who's
At least for the first
yeah,
1 or 2.
That's probably good because you don't have babies.
No.
No. Mommy's had babies.
Yeah.
So mommy knows.
Yeah.
Mommy knows. Do you have to take a class to be a babysitter, or like do you have to learn stuff, or how do you?
I don't think
I
so.
think
I mean, you were a baby, so you know how to be a baby. So how do you take care of a baby?
I don't think you have to take a class, but I
Okay.
think it's like the average like recommended age is like 13.
Okay, so we're less than a year away, and we're gonna. Are you building a business plan? Are we writing out a business plan?
I think we're just gonna do it for like family, friends,
family
maybe
friends,
their friends.
anybody who really
Has a baby?
Or
yeah
cats,
needs it
or a house that needs to be.
Okay. All right. So in the next 9-10 months or whatever, what kind of preparations are you going to do to launch your 13-year-old babysitting business? Are we going to name it?
Well, I think we've started reaching out to family members or just
I got to ask a real dumb question.
family friends.
You're the youngest, maybe Charlie. You're one of the youngest Bryans, and there are no more baby Bryans. And I know your mommy's side of the family. There's not any babies over there. So what family are you reaching out to about babysitting?
Family, friends.
Oh, I thought there was a baby coming that I didn't know about.
No.
No.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
I consider them family
Okay.
because they're like we have a friend, like a family friend that's like she's like my
Okay.
aunt. So
Okay. That's
Yeah.
fun.
and she has I think she just turned 2. I think
This is baby
Three.
Nadia.
3.
3. Just
Baby
turned
Nadia?
Yeah.
What's baby Nadia's really name?
Clara.
Clara. So baby Nadia is really Nadia's the mom. And why do we call baby Nadia if her name's Clara?
Because
Daddy?
Because they didn't know. Or we didn't know what the name was gonna be, or even if it was a boy or girl until she was born.
Mm-hmm.
So we just started calling her like, oh, when's baby Nadia?
And
You
it's
know.
stuck, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Lyndon is LFB. It just stuck.
Yeah.
Like, okay. All right, so let's talk about all of the people that own businesses, and like I want to get your take on some of this. So your dad and I started a lawn care business that he owned it and he ran it all the way. What would you say the best part of having a dad that owns a business is?
Ooh. Tough question.
I would say the best part is he kind of gets to do his own thing.
Okay.
So like it's more of like what I think his favorite part is, but he kind of gets to do his own thing.
A little
he doesn't-
flexibility?
Yeah, he doesn't, and he got to like kind of somewhat choose what he
Okay.
wanted to do on what.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So your dad's lawn care was Brian Lawn Service, and Brian's your maiden name. Well, will be, but Brian's your last name. And so your dad, you're saying when he got to choose what he wanted to do, he was going to do lawn care, and he got to choose whether he did patios or not, whether he mowed that specific lawn or not, or whether all of that stuff. And then there's some flexibility too in like his hours. So when you guys were little, because your mom has a 9, she's got a job like I don't know that she has a job, but she has a job, like she has to punch in and do her work and all that kind of stuff. So some of the flexibility of your dad was that he could help get you on the school bus when you were little babies, not really, but you were little, and then mommy would be home.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
That's-
So what would you think that your dad would say is the best part of owning a business?
Not being bossed around by coworkers or bosses or
Yeah.
anyone else that could
Yeah.
boss him around.
Does your dad like to be bossed around?
I don't think anyone does.
Do you think
But-
who bosses who around more in your house?
My mom bosses all of us around.
She sure does,
I think my brother.
because she's good at it. And
He'll-
guess what? Your house runs pretty stinking smoothly, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So what would you think? That your dad, What do you think your dad would say is the worst part of owning a business?
Not having anyone to like help with other properties or anything else that might need helping.
Yep.
Kind of the same as that, but he has to like, well, him and my mom have to like hire people and like kind of be the owner, kind of. And then he doesn't have anybody else like, hey, can you email them or reach out to them or something like that. But it's definitely.
In your opinion, what do you think the best part of owning a business is? Or the worst part? Tell me both. Like, what do you think the good and the bad, the ugly? Like, what do you got as a business owner, right? Like.
So, I would say worst part, we'll start with worst part, would be having to hire people by yourself. And if you don't choose to hire people by yourself, then you would have to do everything kind of, because we're not talking about one specific job, but you would have to do whatever that job title calls for all by yourself.
It's a lot of work and paperwork and
being a bit, that's the bad part or the good part is paperwork.
Part.
Yeah, no. Nobody likes paperwork.
Good part will probably be like making your own like stuff.
Yeah. Like your dad's or my business or whatever. It's a business, that concept that the owner more than likely came up with, and they, like, you're babysitting, right? Like, you've got an idea, you've got a plan, you know you're gonna like to do it, and now you get to create the entire thing, right? The entire thing is yours, good and bad. Because if it's successful, yay. If it's not, ugh, right? Like, there's times as a business owner that you don't get to take a paycheck because there's other stuff that's due, but there's positive sides too, right? Do you have a lot of friends that have parents that have, or family members, parents and family members that have businesses?
We named the family members already.
What about your friends? Like, do you have friends at school that are like, oh, my dad does this, or my mom owns that?
One of our friends is starting like her crochet business.
Oh.
She's like just starting it.
Okay.
But no one else, none of my friends, none of their parents have their own business.
Yeah.
So do you think it's, like we named the list, like you've got a lot of family members. Do you think that's normal to have somebody, like that you have so many, or do you think it's hereditary?
As many as we do, I don't think, because we have like 4 or 5-ish.
Yeah, so me, your dad, Uncle Bill, Uncle Dan, Grandpa Duda, Aunt Joe. 6? 6. And of those 6, I've owned, we counted last night, I've owned 5 or 6 companies. Uncle Dan, we said, owned 2. Aunt Joe owned 2. Uncle Bill, I think I just owned 1. And your dad owned just 1. So that's a lot of businesses. So that normal, or is that not normal for like
that is
the kids on the school bus?
That's definitely not normal.
Okay, so do your friends think that it's cool that your dad owns a business?
I think it's just...
Or do they just think your dad's cool?
They like his beard.
They like his beard. So explain to people, because your dad's beard is pretty epic.
Like right here?
It's longer than that, isn't it?
It's like right here.
Yeah, he's got like a big ZZ Top beard. So you think your friends think that your dad's cool because he's got a cool beard?
Well, not just that, but then he also worked where my friends saw him every day. So
in lawn care, at least in Chicagoland, in lawn care, you can't mow lawns year round in Chicago, right? Because what happens in the winter? It snows. So in the winter here in the north, when you're not mowing lawns, you plow when it's snowing, and there's time in between where you don't have snow and you still can't mow. So because my brother is a Brian and we work hard and we don't sit still, he took a job, a part-time job, helping out at the school. Why are you shaking your head?
Everyone, a bunch of kids in my class, are like, oh, I see AJ and Brooke's dad. And then it
Did they say that in a good way, or like, oh, I saw AJ and Brooke's dad?
I don't know. They're just like, oh.
Were they being bad?
Some of them.
And how did your dad fix that situation?
Oh, he fixed it real quick.
He fixed it real quick. Why? Because you got to grow up and do what? Be a good human.
Be a good human.
And
Be a, what is it? Good citizen? Good what?
be a good human and make good choices.
I knew that. Yeah. I was
One
just like,
We're going to get, you guys, I'm going to tell mommy, you got to get back in training. We got to get back in training, be a good human, make good choices, right? All right, so now daddy's cool, not because he was a business owner, because he's got a good beard.
at first it was that, and then they're just used to his beard and him. He's funny, so his funny self.
So this podcast is to inspire entrepreneurship, but we'll have to get a picture of your dad's beard, and maybe we're just going to inspire people to grow belly long beards. Do you have any other friends that their dads have long beards?
No.
We have one friend that her dad kind of has like an average, I guess, beard.
What's an average beard?
It's like
Like right here.
right here.
Oh, so your dad's is like 10 times average?
Yeah.
Okay. So what do you think the difference is between, like, in your house, your dad owned a business and then your mom has a like job, like a regular old job. What's the difference between like what your mom thinks about the work that she does and then what your dad thinks about the work that he did? Does that make sense? That was kind of a little muddled.
Yeah.
Or let me rephrase that. What do you think the best part, your mom would say the best part of her job is?
Definitely having like coworkers, having like the average,
Yep.
like
Yep.
I guess.
There's something to be said to that, right? So a business owner, daddy's got to mow on the weekends, daddy's got to plow when it's snowing, and if it's Christmas, still got to go plow, right? Like all this stuff happens, you get done and you're tired and you still got to do payroll, you still got to pay bills, all of that stuff. And your mom works a ton. She's very good at what she does, but she works a ton. But in theory, when she gets done working, she's done working,
Yeah.
right? So it's a little bit of a difference.
Yeah.
So what would you think that your mom would say? Let me ask you this. What do you think your mom would say is the best part of her husband owning a business?
Ooh, that's a hard question.
Oh, my dad doesn't come home and be like, oh, my coworker did this, or my boss did this, or
Because it's just him.
Yeah.
And you think, does mom come home and she's like, oh, my day at work? Or, oh my God, my day at work. Like,
It was always my day at work.
Yeah.
It's always that.
It's kind of, sometimes it's like, it was fine.
yeah, there are days. As an adult, you'll learn it someday, right? There's days that you're like, man, today was a pretty good stinking day. And some days you're like, can we just, there's some days a Wednesday just feels like a Monday. And it feels, there's weeks that the whole week just feels like a Monday.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So we got mom and dad covered. What would you think, like when you grow up, are you going to own a business when you grow up?
I don't know. Maybe. I'm kind of like borderline.
So what do you think you want to be when you grow up? Well, you have plenty of time to change. So if you
would, my hope right now, or I guess what I want to do is be a nurse, doctor, medical field, just
Okay.
anything.
And why are you picking that? Just seems like it's a you are a very big-hearted person. So I would imagine it's because you like to help other people,
Yeah.
right?
And I've seen other people help my family members, so.
Oh, you're gonna make me cry. So are we? Yes. Like as you age in life, your parents, your grandparents, your aunt and uncles, like we all, as Aunt Kim says, getting old ain't for sissies, right? And sometimes we need help, and it is very nice. I like you warm my heart that you want to be able to do something to help other people. What about you, AJ?
I either want to be an interior designer or like work on a farm. I don't care what.
That is a wide range, my friend.
I know.
What kind of farm work you want to do?
I don't know. I want to have animals though. I love animals. I love animals so much.
It kind of stinks that that your brother and your mom are allergic to everything.
Yeah.
I mean, let's be honest. Like, okay, mommy's got to really be there because she's got to run that house. How important is Lyndon? Right? Like, would you pick a dog or Lyndon?
A dog.
A dog.
I feel like I shouldn't say, but I would pick a dog.
I love your brother a whole lot, but I'd pick a dog.
He's fine.
He's hairy,
He's
right? Like,
He
would
has
you
some-
count him? Is he allergic to himself?
he has
No,
some
surprisingly.
traits.
Your brother has some traits?
Interesting ones. But I love his girlfriend. She's really nice.
We do. Okay, so who would you pick, Mia?
Mia.
Okay,
Mia.
well, can't even get the question out. We do love Mia. Mia's pretty awesome. She's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so now we're growing up and we're gonna be in the medical field, or we're gonna either be an interior designer, or we're gonna be mucking stalls at a farm. We're not sure. Do you think that you would be a business owner, or do you think that you would get a job and like, 'cause you get to see it from both sides. You get to see Dad own a business, and me own a business, and Aunt Joe own a business, and Uncle Dan own a business. But then you also get to see your mom had a job, Grandma Duda had a job, Uncle Mike, Uncle Matt, like Jake and Jenny.
I would start out like working,
Okay.
probably like an interior design or whatever I'm gonna do on the farm. I'd probably start out working for someone, and they'd be like, you know what, I got the hang of this,
Okay.
and then I might go.
That's a pretty solid plan. What about you, Brookie?
For me, like what I'm thinking is
Well,
like
if you're going to be a doctor or a
it's
nurse,
hard-
you kind of got to go to school for
it's
that, right?
kind of hard to
Yeah.
kind of do your own thing, I guess, or like
Yeah.
make your own.
Yeah. But doctors and nurses, well, I don't know if nurses own businesses, but
Well,
doctors own, yeah. And like you can be a nurse and do like home care. Like we have people that come to help
Yeah.
Grandma and Grandpa. That would be good too. You did, actually, now that I'm thinking back, when Grandpa Duda was over at the rehab place after he fell, I remember you went with me a few times, and you were, I gotta say, you were a pretty hardcore physical therapist. Huh? If he didn't do the exercise right, did it count?
no.
No. Why didn't it count?
Because he didn't do it.
Because he didn't do it right.
Do it right.
So you got to do it right, right? The reason why you have to do that stuff is so that you can get stronger and go home, right?
For a while, I did want to be a physical therapist, but I don't know really why I drove myself away from it. Maybe I still would,
You got some time.
but yeah,
You got
it's not
some
like
time.
I'm like I really want to be a nurse or something. I just want to. It's broad.
Well, you think about too, like growing up when I was 12, I did not think that I would be in the dog crap industry for 25 years, right? Like
Yeah.
things happen, and I think if you're like thinking and you're aware and you're like aware of what's going on around you, you may see an opportunity that you're like, well, hold on, I can scoop dog poop, right?
Yeah.
And then you build a business and you figure it out, right?
I did forget that in science we're in like our microscope unit or whatever, and I did want to be something to do with that because I just find it fascinating how when you look at something from one angle, it's different than
Yeah.
another angle, I guess.
It was really fun.
So it was this biology,
Science.
science.
biggest.
And what were you looking at under the microscopes?
I looked at I've probably looked at 15 to 20 different slides.
Okay.
But some of the ones that stood out to me were like a mosquito brain, or like a mosquito skeleton kind of thing.
Okay.
An earthworm that changes a lot when you look under a microscope.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And probably a sample of a dead skin cell.
Oh God,
Yeah.
that sounds. Was it
They-
as
they
disgusting
were all
as I'm
very,
thinking?
in the moment, I wasn't like, this isn't gonna be too bad because you look at it and you may see like a color, but it's not whatever. But then when you
Focus it in.
focus it in, it gets a little real.
So I've never looked at a dead skin cell under a microscope. Was it all you had hoped it would be?
It was
Cool or gross?
It was both.
Both?
It was both.
Okay. Were you in that same class?
No, we're in different science classes,
classes?
so I'm like a lot behind. Or my classes, but
That's all right.
So
you haven't got to the slides yet.
we did.
You did.
First I had to look at the letter E.
Yeah.
Okay. And then the only thing I've looked at so far is a housefly's leg.
Was it hairy? I think they're hairy, aren't they?
It
Is hairy?
was disgusting.
Why was it disgusting?
It
I mean, you can see my face. I'm already like, ugh.
it was really disgusting.
Huh.
It was really.
All right, now we've gone, and this is typical of me. You know, you've known me for, how long have you known me?
12 years.
Good job.
I can't remember like
12
my
years.
age.
Well, I was just testing you. All right, so let's go back to business. All right, so now if there's a 12-year-old, 10-year-old, 13-year-old out there that thinks, man, I think I want to get into house sitting and babysitting and pet sitting, like what would be the one thing that you would tell them you have to do this?
Start with either like if you have like a parent or whatever, because obviously you're not gonna have Facebook or anything like that. Start on Facebook. Obviously, think of what you want to start doing. House sitting, animal sitting. Do you have like limits? Like, oh, I'm only comfortable watching this number of animals.
Okay.
Just kind of get like a frame for your idea. Or
So then once you talk to your parents and you figure out, okay, like mom and dad, I think I want to do pet sitting, and they say that seems like a good idea, and then you walk through, I want to pet sit like only in my neighborhood, right, and only for cats or only for dogs or only for lizards. Okay, so once you've got that plan and you know where you're going to do your business and what you're going to do you know what comes next? Like what would you do next? What would you tell someone to do next?
I would probably like get to know them a little bit more.
Get
like,
to know the customer or the pets or both?
Both.
Okay.
Like, if they already have a prior babysitter that like is moving or something, I'd like spend a day with them.
Okay.
Just to like know their
Shadowing?
allergies or anything important. And I just like get to know
That's good. Okay.
them.
Right, because you can like
I don't
people
wanna
want to
be
buy people want to buy what they want to be sold, right? So if you know what your customer's looking for, then you can say I'm not the right person for this job, or then you can capitalize on that and make it be exactly what they're looking for.
Yeah.
Right. What about you, Brookie?
personally, I would not go into, I'm going to use animal sitting as an example. I would not go into animal sitting without either first knowing a little bit about the person, a little bit about the dog, like the requirements. I would not, I would go visit the house first and be like, get kind of like a walkthrough and just like some things that the person thinks would be helpful or something.
So now we've talked about like what business we're going to do. We're going to use pet sitting or dog sitting. So we know what business we're going to do. We know where we're going to do it. We talked to mom and dad. Mom and dad helped out with a little bit of social media, right? Maybe found us a client or two in the area. And then now we know we've got Mrs. Jones on Main Street. And we go visit Mrs. Jones and Mr. Jones. We learn about their pets and you learn where their food is at.
Yeah.
And like how much
you feed
food
them
they get.
And how many times you need to take them out. How many times you need to, like, just check on the house. Because multiple times, if you do animal sitting and house sitting, they won't choose two different people. They'll be like, hey, can you do the cats or dogs and the house? So it's gonna be a little hard to balance out. Like, oh, can you check on the house like once in a day, and then feed the animals twice, 3 times, whatever, and then just kind of balance it out.
Okay.
Like maybe do the animals and check the house in the same time, and then you feed them, and maybe you look around briefly, but it's just it depends on every single customer or whatever.
So you're giving your customers, like you've interacted with them. We've met Mrs. Jones. We know what she needs to have done, and then you're able to take your notes so you can do what you're looking for. And you brought up something that I don't even think that you knew you brought up. We were talking about pet sitting to start with, and then you've expanded your services in the house, right? So you met with Mrs. Jones, and she's like, "Oh, can you grab our mail?" You didn't say, "No. You're gonna have to call my sister's company because I don't do mail."
Yeah.
Like you can do mail, and so you're offering the client everything that they need to be happy while they're away, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So then when your client when your client comes home, like how do you work that? Like how do you get paid? Do you invoice? Like how do we get the money? How do we get the money?
Because we're using like 10 to 13-year-olds as an example, kind of. I would if they're, it's different between if they're like a walking distance or biking distance, like a neighborhood maybe, then I think that would be like, maybe you would go over the morning after they get back, or like the night they get back, so kind of give them some time to like unpack and stuff.
Okay.
And if they don't, then...
Well, your clients know before they leave for vacation, you've already told them like what your fees are, and we've already established like what they're going to do and when they're going to get back. So then when they get back, then I'm assuming that they're going to be like, hey, swing on by. I've got I got a big bag of money. Do you get are there big bags of money that you get paid? How much is pet sitting? Okay, hold on. I'm asking you dumb questions. And I forgot, I owned a pet sitting company for a decade. So I'm asking you questions I already know the answer to. So do you make a lot of money as a pet sitter? I did not.
I was about to say,
we did okay.
It really depends who you're house sitting for. It's different between if you know the person like personally, or if you kind of are a little more don't know them, I guess. But personally, we cat sitted a neighbor's, and we didn't really make much.
We got $1
for
a
2
day.
weeks.
$1 a day?
$1 a day and 2 visits a day. So we kind of...
You each got $1 a day? Or you had to split it?
It was, we got $20 for 2 weeks.
So
that's 14 days.
Each.
So.
Yeah.
It was kind of...
Next time,
disappointing.
So we'll after this podcast, maybe next time I'm in town, we're gonna learn about business planning. We're gonna learn about profit and loss statements. We're gonna learn about ROI.
We didn't really figure out we wanted a pet sit at that time.
Yeah.
And we didn't know they were gonna pay us at all.
Oh, okay.
So we were just
you're just helping your neighbor.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what are your current rates for pets? If someone wants to hire you to pet sit in your neighborhood, what are you currently charging for like if I'm out of town, I need you to come watch Mary D and come twice a day to scoop Mary D's cat box and make sure she's got food and bring my mail in. Like, what's your rate for 2 20-minute visits a day?
2 20-minute visits a day.
How long are you going for?
Yeah, how long will you be going for?
A week.
A week.
In this example, I'll be gone a week. So in 7 days, I need you to come 14 times.
14 times in a week.
Stay for about 20 minutes each time.
Okay. And just one cat, right?
Yeah.
I would say for the week, because we're new, so we don't really know, we're not really we're still learning, so we don't want to I would say 20 and 25.
For the whole week.
For the whole week.
For each of us.
For each of you.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you ever do jobs separately, or are you just twinning on everything?
Twinning.
To start, I feel like first year, it depends what kind of animals it is. If it's like a big dog and there's a lot to do, like water and stuff, then we would pair up. But for the first couple years, I would stay together.
So do you think if you guys grow, and I know we got different industries, right? Interior design or farm, and then medical of some kind. Do you think as you grow up, because you're twins, right? Don't correct me and embarrass me. You were born with your best friend, right? I know that because I'm really your best friend.
Yeah, right. We'll go with that.
That's what I thought. I'll pay you later. All right. So as you grow up and you're gonna maybe go into entrepreneurship, do you think that you would be business partners with your sister?
It's a possibility.
I feel like if one of us would be an entrepreneur, I feel like the other one would be would either help out without really working for them, I guess. But it really...
We would volunteer if there's a spot open to volunteer, or work for them part-time whenever we're not doing our other job, or anything else that we need to do.
Okay. Yeah, you guys are pretty bonded, huh?
Yeah.
So I just thought of this, and this is not podcast related. This is a couple years back. I don't have children, so I'm always worried about who's taking care of me when I'm old. And if I remember right, you were both going to be rich, and you were going to have 2 houses, nice houses, and then there was going to be a solarium or a pool in the middle. And you said you're both going to live in either house, and that I could come in the house and I could live with you guys.
If I do end up living on a farm or working at a farm, you'd stay with my Highland cat. No. not my Highland cows. You'd end up staying
With the pigs.
with the chickens.
Listen, you know I'm legitimately afraid of birds. Like legitimately I'm afraid of birds. Why would you not stick me? Listen, a Highland cow's pretty, why do I gotta live with the chickens?
Because my Highland cows are my favorite. They're my favorite animal.
So your auntie, the one that does pedicures and takes you to the coffee shop and all the cool things, are not as favorite as your Highland cow that you don't own yet.
I'll upgrade you to
Pigs.
I'll upgrade you to the sheep or the goats. Which one? Or the horses?
But do they have a barn?
Yeah.
Listen,
You get your own stable.
This isn't working out. I hope you become an interior. If you become an interior designer, do I at least get to live in a house that you designed?
You can.
If you pay for it,
I don't have any money.
you don't live in the house.
Listen, last time this was discussed, Christian, your cousin Christian, said he was going to be rich also. And he was going to have a barn. And it was going to be a nice barn. And I could live in his barn. I could come in the house on holidays.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm starting to feel like I should check with Christian.
You should, yeah.
Yeah.
Christian's got an extra spare bedroom. That would be the best way for you to.
Not live with you?
Yeah.
This is all working out well. This is all really working out well.
Or if you do live in my house,
But you won't.
you can live in my guest bedroom. But when I have guests over, you're moved out to the stables.
Well, now I see how this is all working. Also, my when I told you that I would teach you stuff about P&Ls and running a business. I can't do that from the chicken yard. So
Well,
Looks like I'll put 2 chairs out there. For you and the other person you're teaching.
I'm gonna flick you right in the teeth. You want to fight? You don't gotta be fast. You just gotta be faster than me.
Not hard.
Oh.
Stop.
All right, so let's go back to, I don't know if I asked you this. We're a pretty funny family. Do you have a favorite
Yes.
poop joke?
Oh, no.
I thought you just say family member.
Oh, okay, well, I guess we'll go with that. I know it's not me. Let's go back to who's your favorite family member?
Who's this going to? Are you going to send this to anyone?
Yeah, it's
My
going to be
cousin
on
Christian.
It's going to be on the internet.
My
So
cousin
Christian William Bryan
Yep.
is your favorite family member.
Is my favorite cousin.
Okay, what about you, AJ?
My dad's really funny, so he's up there.
What does Grandpa say when we talk like that? Grandpa goes like this.
Brown
noser.
Grandpa says, "You brown noser." Are you brown nosing or is Daddy really your? Did you do something bad today and that's why you're picking Dad as your favorite?
No.
No. So Daddy's your favorite. Christian's your favorite.
Christian or Grandpa Duda?
Grandpa Duda. I can't argue that. Like I would like to be your favorite, but honestly, it seems like that's not ever going to happen.
You're up there too.
I feel like I'm more your favorite when my credit card is out.
Yeah.
Okay. But Grandpa Duda, that's a solid choice. He's a solid. So why is Grandpa Duda your favorite? He's Grandpa Duda.
He doesn't like, oh, well, like, you didn't come visit me today, you didn't come visit me last weekend, and a lot of my family members on the other side say that.
So Grandpa's your favorite because he...
I get it.
Grandpa's your favorite because he nags on you about not coming to visit him enough.
He doesn't.
Oh, he doesn't nag on you.
He's like,
True.
Where were you the other day? And he's like, you're here now, it's fine, whatever.
He gets over stuff pretty quick.
And he's chill.
Now back to the poop jokes. There are no poop jokes?
No.
Do you have a favorite joke in general? No.
I'm not a funny person.
That's true.
I can stand
Your
for that.
your brother's pretty funny. You guys are like...
She's funnier than him.
AJ's funnier than Lyndon?
Yes. Lyndon laughs at his own jokes.
Lyndon's... Listen. It ain't right. Something about that boy ain't right. Christian's your favorite still. All right.
My favorite cousin.
Well, I guess obviously the entire reason why I wanted you on this podcast is so that you could tell me that I'm your favorite for the whole world to know. But apparently that's not happening.
Yeah,
This
she's my favorite.
and this is my favorite family member.
Nice recovery.
She's my
All right.
favorite.
So, one last question. I thought you were going to ask me a question.
Oh, I asked you a question.
What do you ask me a question about owning a business?
Is it more fun or more hard?
I think both. Because I've owned multiple businesses and I've had 2 pretty long-term jobs, and I think it's both. I think that I like owning a business because of the flexibility of doing things and creating my own stuff, and being proud of the work that I do and developing the plan and working it all the way through. But I will also say that my two jobs, which I have jobs, my 2 jobs, both of my employers have used me to my potential and allowed me to just kind of do my thing. Yeah. So I don't really have a positive or negative, because even when I am an employee, my employer I'm just trying to get a raise, EJ. My employer is pretty cool and they let me do what I want. So why don't you look over to that camera and tell EJ how if I had more money, I could buy you more things.
If she had more money, I could get my nails done.
Look at how homeless we look. Homeless.
If she had more money, I could come here every day.
Yeah.
So
how do I get more
the
money?
next 30 years.
How do you get more money? You work harder.
So actually, I forgot about this. So what is my job? What do I do for a living?
Your job is to sell franchises, which would be, right now would be Scoop Soldiers. You would sell that franchise to people who are interested or something, I guess.
Well, it'd be really hard to sell them to people that aren't interested. So yeah.
Yeah.
Podcast.
Podcast, that's fun too.
Yeah.
So you got no jokes. No jokes at all. All right, well, I guess we'll end on I am a disappointment as an aunt. I don't have enough money because EJ won't pay me more. We love Christian and Grandpa Duda.
Yeah.
We have a pretty solid plan for babysitting. I may or may not have somewhere to live with or without chickens.
Maybe.
I'm gonna live with you? No. Oh, not you. Not you is what you're saying. Not you. All right, well, this has worked out well. I've enjoyed my time with you, as always. So I'll wrap up unless you have anything else you want to embarrass me in front of the entire world on. You're good?
I've told this. I'm good.
I'm good.
There's nothing else you got back there that you want to like rattle off, like I'm a disappointment to everybody or anything?
No.
No? All right. Well, on that note, I appreciate you watching. Hopefully you've watched this podcast and seen my 2 beautiful, intelligent, smart, independent, strong nieces. And understand that I may be a disappointment to them some of the times. But if you're interested in owning a Scoop Soldier franchise, you can always reach out to me. And I've said this before on other podcasts, being a business owner is a great job. Like, it's a great thing to do. And I think that, instilling in children the work ethic that goes behind it and sharing with them all of the things that goes into building a business is very important. And I think that hearing some feedback today will maybe pique a mommy or daddy to maybe dip their toe into owning a business. So if you have any questions for me, you can reach out. Obviously, I'm happy to talk to anybody about owning a Scoop Soldiers franchise. But in general, I'm happy to talk to anyone that has any questions about selling a business, owning a business, acquiring a business, all of that type of stuff. So you can reach me at KandraW@scoopsoldiers.com. And of course, you can like and subscribe. What do the kids say? What do your favorite YouTube channels say at the end?
I
thought they said like and subscribe or something. All right,
No,
they're done with me. Like and subscribe below and hopefully keep watching our content. Thank you.